Haha, welcome back, I'm Brainerror, and today we are playing a game called Mothmen 1966. And I just love the visuals of this so much. I totally forgot it came out in July, and I think it was July this year, and totally missed it. So, and it's on sale at the moment, so I was like, oh yes, I forgot about this, I wanted this. So this is all set around the meteor shower that I think inspired the whole Mothmen cryptid folklore. But this style just really reminds me of a lot of the games I used to play when I was a wee one, and a very long time ago. But yeah, it's very reminiscent of what I used to play on the old Commodore. So I'm looking forward to it and seeing what it's all about. I love the Mothmen. Usually I'm not a big cryptid fan because they're kind of lame sometimes, but I really like Mothmen. It's just so creepy to think about. And also the film's great. If you haven't seen The Mothmen with Richard Gere, go watch it. Anyway, new game. Let's do it. Oh, you're loud. I thought I turned you down. Halt. Oh, why are you so loud? I turned it right down. Let's turn you down. 3 red and 5 black in the discard pile. Of the 6 cards face up on the counter, 2 are red and 4 are black. So 5 red in all, and 9 black. You have no more moves. So you have to bet now. I don't know. A large majority of the face-up cards... Oh, a large majority of the face-up cards are black. And you know that betting against a streak is usually dangerous. Even though you've already chosen, you decide to stay away from the counter. You can't bear losing again. You think of your grandma, Elsie, trying to win at solitaire for over 60 years. You take a deep breath and keep sweeping. Elsie's been paralyzed from the waist down since she was 21. Your mom was only 2 months old. The winter Elsie taught you to play solitaire, your parents and sister have been dead for almost a year, and had already begun to forget their faces. Although you cook for her, do her laundry, bathe and even dress her, it feels like she's the one taking care of you. Close your eyes and almost feel Elsie stroking your hair. You're 11 years old again, kneeling next to her bed, crying your heart out. Oh, I didn't need this fucking heart-wrenching opening. Suddenly the bell rings and you feel an invisible force trying to drag you into the present. Look through the window. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. You decide to stay a few more seconds at the edge of your grandma's bed, your fingers running through your hair, pushing away the images that haunt you. You hear the bell a second time, and then a third. Now you know it can't be a customer. Those fucking kids. You don't know what comes over you, but you yell some things at them that you're too ashamed to remember. You justify yourself thinking that they might be the ones who got into your garage that night. And stole some parts of the replica machine gun you're building. You won't let anyone mess with your project. The wine and steam machine gun is the jewel of your collection. The kids yell at you, old freak, and laugh, sheltered by the distance. Deep down, you know that it can't be them. How would they know which parts of the machine gun were worth stealing? Anyway, that guard dog's being brought over in a few days, and you'll be able to stop worrying. Check the hose. You think about what someone told you at the bar, about replacing the hose with a thicker one so that it can only be activated by the weight of a car. What happens if kids just jump with their bikes and land on top of the hose with one of those wheels, you asked. Kids are always going to find some way to bust your balls, they replied. Go back in. You try to calm down. You look at the shells and think of the solitaire your grandma taught you. Your grandma always said that everyone has their place in the world, and that people keep dancing around it without ever reaching it. To win this solitaire, you have to stop dancing. You know that the chances of winning are incredibly low, almost 0. You can't bring yourself to turn over the next card and decide to start sorting the shells instead. Doing simple jobs builds up your self-confidence and provides you some illusion of control. Upper shelf? Box. Place. Oh, shall I sort them all? Upper shelf. Box. Oh, so I can't do it again? Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Oh, I see. I see. Oh god, this is a puzzle. I hate it. I hate it. And why can't I just click on it? Okay. Lower. I guess. Can? Is that a can? Yeah. Okay, we got 3 at the bottom now. So... middle... box. Right, and then... lower... bottle. Yeah, bottle. Right? Upper. Can. Middle. Bottle. And upper. Empty. There. Check shelves. Good. Illusion of control achievements. This is totally like attacking me, by the way, because when I'm really stressed out, I like to clean and I like to tidy stuff up. And this is not like some brainwash shit. Maybe it is, because my mom used to do the same, but it just makes me feel better. Or I garden. But yeah, just have... it's not so much control, but it's more of a... just a small focus and seeing direct results. I think I said that before about gardening as well. It's like seeing direct results. I think it was my last vlog, the forest vlog, where I was talking about that I understand the gardening part now, because it's like a really, it's a bubble of a world that you're creating, and you see the direct results of your fruits of labor. That's where fruits of labor comes from, right? So yeah, it's I can understand that sorting and cleaning and it's like direct results of what you are doing, because you know it's like directly influencing your bubble, and it's harder to see that when it's like a bigger bubble, and you know, like me, where I have my feelers all around the world, it's kind of hard to see what influence or difference I make. So it's really nice and relaxing and grounding to do things that, you know, you have direct control over. So for me, it's not so much the control aspect, but more of like my actions actually make a positive difference in my direct surroundings. One type of product on each shelf. Oh, who's this then? You scratch your head. This time, sorting the shelves doesn't help. You feel the same urgency as before, and you can't think of anything else. Oh, is the card going to be black? You need it to be black. Suddenly the air seems heavy, and you find it a bit difficult to breathe. Ooh. 3 men in black are staring at you. Here come the men in black. Through the window you see a black Cadillac by the pump. Yes? You wish you'd asked them how they got into the station without you hearing the door open, or the car arrive. Or how they left the car there without the bell ringing. But that trembling yes was the only thing you managed to utter. The moose. The moose? After a few seconds of not receiving any response, you decide to break the silence. Give them directions to the moose? Yeah, why not? Continue straight until the first crossroads and turn right. After a while, you'll see the bar past the barn with a painted cross. You can't miss it. None of the men in black open their mouths. Every second that passes, the smile on your face feels more and more ridiculous. The moose. The moose. You bought a woman a whiskey. You don't know if it's the right move, but you try to relax and be more friendly. Do you know of a more effective way to socialize? God, I have a bit of trouble with this font. You told it a dream about your grandma. A chill runs through your body. It's been a few weeks since that night. And even though you had a good time with Martha... My mom? What's she doing in here? And have no regrets. Something about the way these men in black ask their questions make you uneasy. What What do you want to know? Granny in the forest. One of the men farther back lets out a cracking noise. You look at him believing he's laughing, but the man in black's expression doesn't change. Ask them why they want to know. Tell them about your dream. Okay, I want to know about the dream, so. My grandma has been bedridden for over 60 years, but in the dream I saw her running through the woods. Start from the beginning. And don't omit any details. You don't know if it's the way they look at you or because of a certain authority in their voice, but you tell them everything about the dream. 5 or 6 weeks ago, you woke up in the middle of the night, certain that something had happened to your grandma. You ran up to her room and Elsie wasn't in bed. The window was wide open. You ran to it and saw someone walking through the trees. It was her, and she was holding a rifle of the kind your ancestors would have carried in the Civil War. You tried to call out to her. Your grandma started running and shot 2 or 3 times into the blackness of the forest. You were about to go down to find her when a winged figure with glowing red eyes appeared in front of the window and screamed. You stumbled backwards, and after hitting your head on the bedpost, you lost consciousness. You woke up in your bed and remembered the dream almost instantly. You went up the stairs, 2 at a time, and opened the door to her room. Your grandmother slept peacefully. On the bedside table was the glass of milk you bring her every night, and the deck of cards she uses to play solitaire. During the days that followed, you tried to convince yourself that it had all been a dream. Even though you could explain where the little stitches at the base of your skull had come from. Even though you couldn't explain. Oh. They're also green. The men in black are green. Are you concerned about that? Although I'm blue, I suppose. After a few seconds, one of the men in black speaks again. The spots on her legs predate her birth, Holt. What? What are you talking about? Is he referring to the dozens of moles on your grandma's legs? And what do they mean by saying those spots predate her birth? Elsie always makes the same joke when you sponge her calves. Be thankful that you have to clean my legs and not my grandfather's. According to what she told you, her grandfather had been shot dead by an experimental weapon early in the Civil War when his legs were ripped to shreds. The wine and steam gun, son. A machine gun that doesn't appear in any book. You think about the replica you are putting together in the workshop and you wonder if it's the men in black who's stolen those pieces. You're not telling anyone else about this visit, Holt. You start to complain when one of the men in black picks up a card from the counter. The top card of the deck. The crunch horrifies you. The teeth of the man in black seem to tear more than simple paper. Oh, what happened? Desperate, you throw yourself under the counter and look for the card. Your heart is pounding. You look out the window and you don't see the Cadillac. You walk to where the car was parked a few moments ago. You step on the hose. And the bell rings. What the fuck? Jack of diamonds. Motherfucker, it's red. You think about the edge of one of the men in black tore off. And you remember the noise he made when he chewed it. Was it a threat? A warning? You wonder if you should tell your grandma everything that happened or just keep your mouth shut. And keep playing solitaire with a marked card. Do we get to choose? Because I'm telling grandma everything. Lee. Oh, this is Holt and Lee. What's wrong? Oh no. But this is Holt here, right? I told you, it's nothing. That damn pause again. There's something she's not saying. The Mustang purrs. You shake your head, feeling sad inside. The sound of an engine hides no secrets. Lee, you're right. You bite your lip and sigh. Why is everything so damn hard? Victoria settles into her seat. Let's start over, okay? Where are we going? It's a surprise. Please. No, Vic. Have some patience. You'll never forget this night. Victoria giggles, and you think this is the best gift in the world. For a moment you forget all the previous discussions, your obsessions. A giggle, a friendly gesture, making someone feel good ain't rocket science. You look at the clock and can't believe your eyes. You left your house on time, but you're pretty late. How could... You step on the gas. Lee? Lee! You scratch the side of your head. Whoa, you really hate being told how to drive. Lee? Why doesn't she just tell you to slow down? You take your foot off the gas. Thanks. You're trying your best. You really think Victoria could be the one? The one. Your dad once said the perfect woman doesn't exist. Couples form when people get tired of looking and just give up. You remember your mother's rants, all those women's names she rattled off as if they were part of an endless grocery list. You won't end up like him. Anything but that. You try to smile and force yourself to be more cheerful. You want a clue? Yes! Victoria looks into your eyes and you feel a warmth on your face that takes you by surprise. You felt the same thing the first time you saw her in college. You keep looking at her for seconds that seem like forever. What? Do I have a booger? Where? You can't help laugh out loud and have a hard time containing the urge to kiss her. You're driving, dude. Tell her a clue about the myth. Give her a clue about the date. Give her a clue about the origin. Myth. One would be a source of superstition, but we're talking thousands. A source of superstition? A black cat? Victoria looks at you expectantly, desperate to be right. Cold. Oh, so we get to do all of them. It comes from far away. Victoria makes a gesture for you to complete the sentence. You just shrug. It comes from far away. I mean, that could be anything. Guess then. The circus? Freezing cold. It happened 100 years ago. Victoria answers almost immediately. After all, you're both majoring in history. The end of the Civil War. No, not in 1865. I mean exactly 100 years ago, Vic. Oh, let me think then. You're running out of time. There was a cholera outbreak in 1866, right? Nope. And how twisted do you think I am to set up a date themed around a cholera outbreak from a century ago? Victoria laughs and hits you on the shoulder. You chuckle and act like it hurt. Please. Let me punch you on the shoulder, see if you chuckle then. No, Vic. Just give me a minute. You won't guess it unless... You reach out to open the glove box and Victoria grabs your wrist. Better leave it to me. Victoria opens the glove box and examines its contents. A folder, a box, a flashlight. What are you looking for exactly? Look in the box. Look in the box. Victoria takes out the box and opens it. Let's see what you've been hiding. You think about saying something, but instantly regret it and keep your mouth shut. Spare change, a lighter, a packet of cigarettes. Nothing to worry about, I reckon. Keep looking, please. Under the flashlight. A book. 1966, Shelby Mustang. The car handbook? No, not that. What else? Victoria opens the folder and examines the documents. Some papers, insurance details. Do you want me to read some of this? You shake your head. Tell her to see if there's something more. I already got everything out. 1 second. There's this too. Victoria stretches out her hand and you finally grab the map you wanted. It was folded against the bottom of the glove box. You start talking and Victoria interrupts you. Hold the thought while I put everything back. You put the map on the dashboard while Victoria puts away the folder, the box and the flashlight. Vic? You know I like it tidy in there. Ha! Very funny. Vic flicks through the books you found. Red Badge of Courage? Haven't you read this book 1,000 times already? You know she's testing you. Vic knows exactly why you carry it everywhere. The novel that portrays the era you're obsessed with like no other. What the hell is this? Suddenly you remember you're using the The pencil sketch that Victoria drew of you in one of your classes as a bookmark. A sketch she begged you, with tears in her eyes, to destroy, and you swore you already had. Vic, I'm sorry. I swear. Watch out! Oh, you swerved. I thought it was like a watch out, as in, watch out what you're saying, mister. You swerved to avoid a shape in the road. Victoria looks back. Lee? We almost ran that thing over. You put your hand on Vic's shoulder, trying to reassure her. Victoria points ahead. Just keep your eyes on the road, please. She's doing it again, telling you how to drive. At least this time, she came right out with it instead of just saying Lee, disapprovingly. Hey, it's not rocket science. You try to control yourself, but it's hard. It's not just this last thing, but the build-up of all the small gestures. You take the map and throw it on her lap. Victoria raises her arms in disbelief. The Leonids, Victoria. We're going to have dinner, watching the Leonids. Victoria says nothing. Forgive me for trying to arrange the perfect date. You try to keep silent, but you can't hold it in. A meteor shower. A phenomenon associated with the passage of Temple-Tuttle comet every 33 years. Victoria keeps staring ahead. Every 33 years? Is that what Twin Peaks is also inspired by? In 1866, there was one of the most spectacular meteor showers ever recorded. I saw some lithographs in the library. Victoria doesn't even move. Everyone makes a wish on a shooting star. Imagine how many wishes you can make with thousands of stars shooting through the sky. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's what I did when I was... When was it? Actually, the first time I properly went on holiday in the UK, which was when I was 13, I believe. And there was a meteor shower then, and where we were camping was very dark, so we could see everything. And I made wishes on each and every star that I saw, and none of them came true, so just as well, in hindsight. Victoria settles in her seat. You know what, Lee? Shut up. You've never heard that tone before from her. Just keep quiet until we reach... She pauses as she examines the map you threw on her lap. Halt station? You feel your heart pounding. Your hands are shaking. That's what she wants? For you to keep quiet? For you to not say a goddamn word? Your hands grip the wheel tight. All the preparations you made for tonight. Your friend Freddie had worked out the ideal place to see them all in their splendor, away from the city lights. And when you noticed Holt Station was inside the area, you didn't hesitate. Now Vic had ruined it. She didn't really ruin anything. You're being a bit of a jerk. What the fuck? Ooh, oh, nasty. Something hits the Mustang's antenna. What the hell is that? Stop, Lee, stop! Stop the car. You slam on the brakes. Instinctively, you put a hand in front of Victoria to keep her from hitting the windshield. Is she not wearing a seatbelt? Get out of the car and find a dead bat in front of the headlights. The animal had hit the antenna and somehow got entangled. Ooh. You can't believe it. What are the odds of something like this happening? Don't bats have some advanced echolocation system like a submarine sonar? What starts as a simple grunt in your throat emerges as a helpless scream. Fuck! This is what I get for trying to do something different? We should have gone to the movies. Lee... Vic's whispering. It doesn't take long to see why. Over there. The coyote is watching you from where the dark of the forest meets the light of the moon. Vic, we got this. It's not interested in us. You point to the dead bat. They're scavengers. You hear a growl that quietly multiplies. Suddenly you're surrounded. It's not the first time you've faced coyotes in the woods, but you aren't taking any chances. And I say run to the car as fast as you can. You try to recall all the advice you heard for situations like these. Make lots of noise, wave your arms around. One of the coyotes in front of you approaches. Yell and gesture. Yell at one of the coyotes on this side of the car. Yell at one of the coyotes on the other side of the car. Don't yell right now. Yell. To your right? Oh, did I die? The coyotes closest to you leaps forward with a savage bite. Encouraged by your screams, the rest of the coyotes soon join the feast. Oh no. Okay, I'll retry. One of the coyotes in front of you approaches. Hey, this is a different one. Run to the car then. Now! Oh, guess not then. Oh no, why? Okay, retry. So I gotta scream. Okay, this one again. Yell and gesture. Don't yell right now. Yell and gesture. Yell at one of the coyotes on this side of the car. On the other side of the car. Other side of the car? Behind you to the right? I don't know what to do. I have to do the whole thing again? I had to look it up, and apparently the reason why I kept on getting it wrong, this side of the car, is because I am turned around, right? So I'm facing those coyotes, or for you it's that way, but so their faces are that way. So for them, the coyote that I had before, for me it was on my right, but for them it was on their left. So that's why I kept on getting killed. So this one here behind me, oh, you can't see because I don't have the cursor on, but this one is what I thought is behind me, but it's actually to my right. See? And so this one is to my left, which makes no sense. Another coyote advances. You look into his watery bloodshot eyes. Yell and gesture. This side of the car. So this one is to my left. It makes no sense. Yell and gesture. This side of the car. So this one's to my right again. Oh. Shit. 3 coyotes advance at once. Yelling or waving your arms around won't be enough this time. Oh. Bang on the hood. Run to the car. Oh, that helps. Cool. The trick seems to work. All coyotes back down. No coyote advanced this time. It's your chance to go on the offense. Run to the car. Now! Shit! I still died. I should have thrown a stone at them. Oh, retry. How many times do I have to do this? So this is the middle one, right? Yell and gesture. This side of the car. Center. Okay. At least kind of know what to do now. Oh, this side of the car, and this one's to the left. It's really hard to make out. And gesture. This side of the car. Center. Oh, couple, bang on the hood. So that works. Cool. And then throw a stone, I guess it was the other one. Yeah. You crouch down and find 4 stones. You pick them up. Oh god. Throw it at the one of the coyotes on this side of the car. I guess. Which one's closest? To my left. Oh. The stone flies to the left of the coyote, making the one closest to it also retreat. Ooh. Throw another stone to the one this side of the car again. To my right. Cool. The coyote retreats to the dark of the forest. Run to the car. Now! Fuck! I still die? I have to get rid of all of them? Oh, come on. Right, I've got one more try in me, I think. I'll just skip to the end. Behind me. Throw stone. Boing! All of them. The coyote retreats and you feel more and more confident. Run to the car. Oh, finally. Oh, they hunt in packs. God, I thought this was the beginning of Slim Shady then for a second. You get in the car, close the doors, and Victoria starts laughing. Although you know the reaction is more adrenaline than anything else, you start laughing too, and then kiss her. You start up the car, and V8 roars into life. You resume the trip. Oh my god, that took so long. After a few wordless minutes, you suddenly remember something. Holt! Vic! We're going to Holt's gas station. Victoria starts whistling. The doubts, the fears, everything seems a bit ridiculous now. You think about the plans you made for tonight and smile. You really like to hear her whistle. And stop being a jerk. Oh yeah, I've got pine needle tea. Chapter 2. It's truly pine needles, like. Delicious. I'm going to enter. Should I just continue? I'm on 40 minutes. It'll probably be less than 40 minutes because I have that whole coyote thing to cut out. Anyway. Lee turns off the car and looks you in the eye. Looks me in the eye. He smiles. And that smile seriously pisses you off. Smile back. You try to return the smile, but you feel the hatred burning inside you. But it's not just Lee. The problem goes deeper. Why did you choose to smile? Why is it so hard to tell him? Wait here, Vic. I swear, you won't believe it. You bite your lip and take a deep breath. You see him greet someone. Holt? Lee had written Holt Station on the map he'd thrown on your lap 20 minutes ago. He'd written it by hand, and it might as well have said Hort Station or Holt Station. Hell Station, even. Lee's handwriting has always been intriguing to you. You remember that time you mentioned it to him, and he responded with a disproportionate anger. A nonsensical rant which involved several philosophers of language. And all because you told him his handwriting was dreadful. But you know where those reactions come from. That night, you two got drunk by the lake. Lee told you that his father would have wanted to be born ugly. After the initial surprise, you couldn't stifle a belly laugh, and Lee looked down. For a few minutes, he didn't want to tell you anything else. You finally convinced him to continue. I always got what I wanted, just by smiling. Ugly people have to develop other muscles. Unfortunately, those muscles are the ones that last. You couldn't believe those words had come out of the mouth of flesh and blood human being. Maybe some poorly written character from a cheap romantic novel, but Lee's father? You picture Lee that night throwing pebbles from the shore while telling you everything about his father's teachings. All that frustration. Was that the night you got pregnant? You'd both been drinking. Suddenly you find it difficult to breathe. The interior of the car feels like it's getting smaller and smaller. You need some air. Why does she hate him? Have I missed something? Say hi. Holt, right? Holt seems startled. Hello. This is Victoria, my girlfriend. Be right back, Vic. You see them walk away with a box they took out of the trunk. And from the effort Holt's putting in, it seems heavy. What's inside the box? What's inside the box? What's inside the box? You're not stupid. You know that Lee has some business on the side beyond his work as an intern at the university. You heard some rumors, and you have your suspicions. However, you never did too much digging. You prefer to keep it a mystery, something to make Lee a little more interesting. You light a cigarette. Yeah, good for the baby. Would Lee be a good father? Well, you're already a rubbish mother. And the question that you still haven't had the courage to ask. Would you be a good mother? I already answered that. The clicks repeat at irregular intervals. Small moths approach the light to get electrocuted. Is that love, Victoria? You laugh and shake your head from side to side. You think of all the manuscripts you've torn up. You've tried poetry, drawing. History seemed like an obvious choice. Her eyes are a bit wonky there. You don't need any talent to be a historian. Mothman? Oh. It is Malcolm. Dr. Malcolm from Jurassic Park. Hello? The man talks to himself while holding something in his hand. Have seen any winged creatures flying over area yet? For a moment you think he's asking some kind of tricky question, and you remain silent. However, something about him tells you that he's genuinely asking. Look at the man bathed in shine of the street light, and the scene fascinates you. Surreal, some of your old friends would have said. The ones that organized poetry nights and read L'Autrement. Excuse me, you are? Oh, yes, sorry, Hill, Lou Hill. Writer. Victoria Greenberry. History student. Winged creatures, Mr. Hill. Lou, please. Can I call you Victoria? You nod. I'm looking into about a dozen reports, Victoria. Numerous witnesses claim to have seen human-sized winged creatures flying over the area. Angels? Lou smiles, but the smile doesn't last long on his face. Look here, at the top of the trees. It won't take long to find one. You aim at the area Lou just told you. Oh! Everything's blurry, so you decide to adjust the binoculars. You cannot rotate further to the right. If you can't focus, try adjusting the diopter first. It's adjusted to compensate for some issues with my left eye. Try to adjust it to see the same with both eyes, then focus. Right. Is that not it? Oh, there you go. Got it. I was trying to figure out what the hell I was looking at. What the? I love that. First sighting. It was just a second, but you think you saw something up there. Was it a suggestion? I don't think they're angels, Victoria. But before I tell you my theory, I need your help. Could you draw on this notebook what you just saw? Yes? Whoa. He's very happy about that with his one eye open. At any other time, you'd have refused with some witty comment, but there's something about Lou Hill that invites you to play along. I wonder if the fact that he presented himself as a writer had something to do with it. Draw the head. Little owl head. Draw the body. Human chest with huge wings. Kind of. Legs. Bird-like legs. Insect legs? Redraw the legs? Bird-like. There you go. Kinda? Before giving it back, you write some notes for describing what you saw. Lou hadn't asked for them, but somehow to make you feel less anxious. You never felt confident about your work. Lou looks at the notebook. Reliable witness achieved? Yay! You think about that time you showed your sketches to your art teacher, and how he embarrassed you in front of the rest of the class. Motherfucker. What? Sorry, I was talking to myself. You can't help but blush. Victoria! Oh, for once you're glad to hear Lee's voice. To hear Lee's voice even. All good? Although he seems to be talking to you, Lee keeps staring at Lou. Lou Hill, writer. Lou holds out his hand. Lee Miller, historian. Lee walks over and puts his arms around you. His back to Lou. You know he must have been annoyed that Lou introduced himself as a writer. Although it's hard for you to admit it, you like to be hugged. You feel safe. You think you would also feel safe in your grandmother's arms, or in the arms of any other strong woman in your family. But the heat of Lee's body, the hardness of his muscles. You remember all those biologists' arguments you hate so much, and you can't help but smile. It's like you're cheating when nobody's looking. Come on, Vic. Let's see the surprise. Close your eyes. Close my eyes. Yeah, I'll play along. You close your eyes and let Lee guide you. Now open them. What is it? Oh, I see. So we're gonna have like a little dine-in with the stars. So, what do you think? Why is there a dog tied up in the back? A romantic dinner for two, under the same meteor shower that amazed our ancestors. You instinctively put your hand to your belly, and when you realize, you quickly put it to your pocket. You look at the dog tied to the post. Ooh, the dog growls into the dark. Is that it? That's our date? Yep. Chapter 3. Alright, I'm going to end the episode there. It's been about 50 minutes now, give or take. I'm really enjoying this. I wasn't expecting this. I don't know what I was expecting, but I am enjoying it. It's nice to have like this kind of visual novel type thing. I thought it was a point and click for some reason, but I am really enjoying this regardless. And I'm very much looking forward to where this is going to take us. So let me know what you think as always, and I'll see you when I see you.